Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Old Coin Diaries, where we uncover the hidden treasures of history locked inside rare coins. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating commemorative coins ever produced in Australia, the 1977 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin. This is no ordinary coin. It's a piece of history, a piece of celebration, and for many collectors, a piece of wealth. Now, what makes the 1977 commemorative 50-cent coin stand out? This coin was struck to celebrate the Silver Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, marking 25 years of her reign. Australia, being part of the Commonwealth, issued this special coin to honour that royal milestone, and it became one of the most iconic coins of its era. The design itself is remarkable. On the obverse, you'll find the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin. On the reverse, the coin proudly displays a striking design created by Stuart Devlin, the same man known as the goldsmith and jeweller to the Queen. His work on this coin symbolized unity, heritage, and the strength of the Commonwealth under the Queen's reign. This was the very first commemorative 50-cent coin ever issued in Australia, making it historically significant. Collectors know that firsts are always valuable, and this one is no exception. Every Australian household may have seen or held this coin, but only a few people realized its true worth and significance. In terms of mintage, millions were produced, but what separates the valuable pieces from ordinary ones is the quality, condition, and rarity of surviving specimens in pristine state. Uncirculated coins, proof sets, and high-grade examples are the ones collectors chase, and they are willing to pay big money for them. What's even more fascinating is that this coin carries no Mintmark, which makes it universally recognized in its single, original form. Unlike other coins that come with multiple varieties, this one is unique and tied directly to that single event, the Silver Jubilee. That exclusivity is what fuels its desirability. Now, you may wonder, why is this coin so valuable today? The answer lies in its historical relevance combined with collector demand. The 1977 commemorative 50 cent is more than just silver-coloured metal. It represents a turning point in Australian coinage history, the birth of commemorative designs on circulation coins. Think about it. Without this coin, we may not have had so many future commemoratives that Australians now treasure. This coin paved the way, and that makes it an essential piece in every serious collection. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk numbers. While regular circulated versions may be common, the top-quality uncirculated or proof examples can fetch impressive amounts. Collectors have paid anywhere from $3,000 to $5,800, depending on grade, rarity, and whether the coin comes from a limited edition set. And in auctions, some extraordinary examples with full luster and impeccable preservation have even reached beyond $7,000. Imagine holding a coin that once exchanged hands in shops and markets, and today, that same coin could pay for a brand new phone, a designer watch, or even contribute to your savings in a serious way. That is the magic of numismatics. This coin is not just valuable for its price, but also for its story. Every time you look at the 1977 commemorative 50 cent, you are reminded of Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee, a moment in history that united millions across the Commonwealth. You are reminded of how Australia's coinage evolved, and you are reminded that sometimes small things hold massive value. Collectors all around the world still search for the finest examples of this coin, and each year, as time passes, pristine coins become scarcer. Scarcity equals value. So, if you own one, keep it safe. If you find one in exceptional condition, you're holding onto a treasure. Some people dismiss coins like these as just pocket change, but the truth is, they are gold mines waiting to be discovered. The market for rare coins is booming, and as collectors compete, prices only rise higher. That means today's treasure can be tomorrow's jackpot. If you are lucky enough to have this coin in your collection, remember, it is not just a keepsake, it is an investment. Don't let it slip away cheaply, because history has shown that these coins continue to appreciate in value year after year. So, what should you do? Preserve it, treasure it, and if you decide to sell, aim for the maximum. With the right buyer, your 1977 commemorative 50 cent could sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, especially if graded and certified. This is why we at Old Coin Diaries always say, never underestimate the power of old coins. They are silent witnesses of history, and they have the power to turn your ordinary collection into extraordinary wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1977 Australian 50 cent commemorative coin is not just a coin. It is a legend, a masterpiece, and a valuable investment. Hold on to it, because it might just be the crown jewel of your collection. Next up, the 1995 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin, with no mint mark. If you thought all 50-cent coins were ordinary, you are in for a surprise, because this one is a gem of the numismatic world. The story of this coin begins in 1995, when Australia decided to honour a very special occasion, the 50th anniversary of the United Nations. To mark this global milestone, the Royal Australian Mint released a stunning 50-cent commemorative coin, a piece that would celebrate international cooperation, peace, and progress. That makes it much more than money. It's a symbol of history cast in metal. The design of the coin is exceptional. On the obverse, you see the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauff, a portrait admired for its regal and lifelike qualities. On the reverse, the coin proudly carries the emblem of the United Nations surrounded by a laurel wreath, a powerful image that instantly connects the coin to its global significance. This was not just another release. It was a coin that represented Australia's role in international diplomacy and its recognition of a half-century of the United Nations work. Collectors love coins that carry powerful stories, and the 1995 commemorative 50-cent coin is one of those. Now you may wonder, why is this coin considered so valuable? The answer is simple. Commemorative coins always hold a special place in collections, but when you combine a strong historical event with limited availability and collector demand, you have a coin that stands out. The 1995 50-cent UN anniversary coin has exactly those qualities. This coin was issued for circulation, meaning millions were made. But don't be fooled. Finding one today in perfect condition is a serious challenge. Time has worn down most examples, and only the sharp, pristine pieces have kept their original brilliance. These are the coins that collectors chase and pay a premium for. The beauty of this coin is that it carries no mint mark. That means it belongs to a single, original strike, making it universally recognized without confusion or variation. Unlike coins that exist in multiple types, this one remains tied to its one historic purpose, the United Nations 50th anniversary. That purity makes it even more attractive to serious collectors. In the market today, the 1995 commemorative 50-cent coin can already command strong prices. Circulated examples might bring in modest sums, but uncirculated and proof-quality coins are where the value truly shines. Some have sold for $5,900, others for $8,700, and in auctions, premium condition coins have reached as high as $12,000. And that's just the beginning. Because here's the key: the value of this coin is not fixed. It is constantly rising as demand increases and supply of high-grade examples decreases. Every year that passes, there are fewer flawless coins left, which makes yours even rarer. That's why experts believe that in the future, this coin could reach heights of $13,000 or even more, especially in certified, graded condition. Think of it as an investment. If you have this coin and you protect it, you are not just holding 50 cents of face value. You are holding the potential for hundreds or thousands of dollars in collector value. And with the growing popularity of numismatics worldwide, that demand is only set to rise. Some people may dismiss this coin as ordinary change, but serious collectors know the truth. This coin is a milestone. It marked Australia's respect for international peace and the UN's legacy. It was the only time this design was ever minted, and that makes it unique. History tells us that such coins are always winners in the long run. Ladies and gentlemen, the maximum selling price today can already surprise you. A carefully preserved uncirculated coin might fetch $15,000 to $17,000, and if you have a proof coin from a collector set, it can climb even higher. With certification and auction exposure, you could be looking at $21,000 or more in the current market. Now picture the future. Imagine holding this coin for another 10, 20, or 30 years. By then, it won't just be a collectible. It will be a rare relic, a treasure that few will possess in top condition. And when collectors fight to own it, the prices will soar. $1,000 is not an impossible dream. What makes this coin even more exciting is the fact that it represents the evolution of Australia's commemorative series. The Royal Australian Mint did not produce commemorative 50-cent coins every year, which means the 1995 issue stands out as one of those special, rare appearances that add prestige to any collection. For collectors, owning the 1995 UN commemorative coin is about more than money. It's about holding on to a story. It's about appreciating a piece of art. And it's about connecting to a moment in global history that mattered. That is what makes coins like this so rewarding to keep. So, should you sell or should you keep it? The answer is this: keep it as long as you can. Preserve it in the best condition possible. Maybe even get it professionally graded, because its value will only rise. This coin is a sleeper giant, and when its time comes, those who hold it will reap the rewards. At Old Coin Diaries, we remind our viewers that every coin has a tale, but some tales are destined to become legends. The 1995 commemorative 50-cent coin is one of those legends in the making. Whether you own one now or are searching for one, remember that it is an investment in history and in future wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, the value of this coin today is already impressive, and its future potential is extraordinary. Don't underestimate it. This coin is a treasure you should hold onto with pride. Next up, the 1998 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin, no Mintmark. This is not just an ordinary coin. It is a commemorative masterpiece that still excites collectors worldwide. The year was 1998, and Australia wanted to honour a historic moment in international relations. The Royal Australian Mint released a special 50-cent coin to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Australian Citizenship Act of 1948. This act marked the birth of Australian citizenship itself, an event that gave people of Australia a new sense of national identity. To capture this milestone, a coin was created, and that coin became one of the most sought-after commemoratives of the decade. The obverse of the coin features the beautiful and regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, a portrait that collectors admire for its boldness and fine detail. The reverse design is where the coin truly shines. It depicts a group of people with the Southern Cross, symbolizing unity, multiculturalism, and the importance of citizenship. This design perfectly captures the spirit of what it means to be Australian. This coin has no mint mark, making it a single, official issue with strong recognition in numismatics. It was built not just as a coin for spending, but as a permanent reminder of the importance of citizenship and belonging. For that reason, it carries immense historical significance, and history is what fuels collector demand. Now, people often ask, how many collectors actually want to buy this coin? The answer is a lot. The 1998 commemorative 50-cent coin is on the wish list of thousands of collectors, both in Australia and around the world. Citizenship is not just a local theme, it is global. That means this coin appeals to international buyers as well, which drives demand even higher. Demand is the true measure of a coin's value, and for this coin, demand has never disappeared. Each year, more and more collectors try to build full commemorative sets, and no set is complete without the 1998 Australian Citizenship 50 cent. That is why its value continues to rise. So, what is the current value of this coin? Today, in average circulated condition, collectors are willing to pay well above its face value. Uncirculated examples, especially those with full shine and sharp detail, can fetch between $5,900 and $8,950 depending on grade. Proof coins and those preserved in sets can command even more, reaching as high as $9,800. But that is not the limit. Auction records have shown that when pristine, certified coins hit the market, prices can climb further. Rare collectors' sets containing this coin have sold for $11,000 or more, proving that buyers are ready to pay top dollar for the best examples. Some may wonder whether its value is high or low compared to other commemoratives. The truth is, the 1998 commemorative 50-cent coin sits firmly on the high-value side of Australian decimal coinage. It is recognised, it is desired, and it is an essential part of history. Its value is not just measured in dollars today, but also in its incredible potential for tomorrow. Looking ahead, what can the value of this coin be in the future? With the continued growth of the coin collecting market and the increasing interest in commemoratives, there is no doubt that prices will climb. Within the next decade, it is very possible that top-quality examples will surpass $14,000 at auction. For those who hold on to them now, that is an exciting prospect. Think of it like this. In 1948, Australian citizenship was born. 50 years later, in 1998, that event was immortalized in a coin. Now, decades later, you have the chance to hold that same coin, not just as money, but as a legacy. That is why collectors are willing to pay, because it is history in their hands. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1998 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin is valuable today, and it will be even more valuable tomorrow. If you own one, protect it. If you find one, treasure it. And if you are searching for one, don't hesitate, because as time passes, fewer pristine examples will remain, and competition will only grow fiercer. This coin is not only a collector's item, it is an investment. It represents unity, citizenship, and identity, themes that will never lose importance. That is why its demand will never fade away. When people ask, who wants to buy it? The answer is always the same: thousands of collectors who recognize its true value. At Old Coin Diaries, we believe coins like these are not just pieces of metal. They are symbols of heritage. They are reminders of where a nation has come from. And they are treasures that can turn into real financial rewards if you know their worth. So, if you are holding on to this coin right now, think of yourself as the guardian of history. You have something valuable, something rare, and something that is destined to grow in worth. Never let it go cheaply. Aim for the maximum, because collectors will always compete for quality, and competition drives the price higher. Remember, the current maximum price may be around $500 in some markets, but with time, that number will only climb. That is the power of numismatics. What starts as 50 cents can become hundreds, or even thousands of dollars in value. That is why we call coins treasures, hidden in plain sight. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1998 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin, no Mintmark, is not just valuable. It is a legacy, an investment, and a treasure you should be proud to own. Protect it, treasure it, and let it grow in value as time carries its story forward. Next up, the 2002 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin with no Mintmark. A coin that stands tall among the most valuable pieces of Australian decimal currency. The year 2002 marked a very special occasion for Australia, the 50th anniversary of the accession of Queen Elizabeth II. To celebrate this royal milestone, the Royal Australian Mint released a commemorative 50-cent coin that quickly became a collector's favourite. This was not just another coin for circulation. It was a tribute to half a century of the Queen's reign, linking generations of Australians to the crown. On the obverse of the coin, we see the graceful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, a design admired for its sharp detail and regal presence. But it is the reverse of this coin that makes it so iconic. The design displays the crowned royal cipher, a symbol of royal authority and continuity, surrounded by an elegant wreath. It captures the significance of 50 years on the throne in a way that no other coin had done before. This coin was released without a Mintmark, making it an official and widely recognized commemorative issue. That gives it authenticity and ensures that collectors value it as a single, unified release. It is a coin tied directly to one historic purpose, celebrating the Golden Jubilee of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. So, what is the history behind its creation? In 2002, the Queen celebrated 50 years since she first became monarch in 1952. Across the Commonwealth, different nations released commemorative items, but Australia's choice to use the 50-cent coin gave the public something unique. A circulating coin that was also a symbol of loyalty, respect, and heritage. This made the coin accessible to ordinary Australians, while also turning it into a lasting collectible. Now the question many collectors ask: where can you buy this coin today? The answer lies in several avenues. You can search online marketplaces such as eBay, heritage coin auctions, and numismatic dealer websites. Coin fairs and collector groups across Australia are also prime places to find high-quality examples. But the key is this: always look for well-preserved, uncirculated, or proof versions, because those are the ones that carry the highest value. And where can you sell it? The same places: auctions, dealer shops, online collector markets, and private sales. The demand is strong, so you will find buyers ready to pay, especially if your coin is sealed, graded, or kept in flawless condition. Serious collectors know the worth of this 2002 Jubilee coin and are willing to compete for it. Now, let's talk value. Is this coin really worth much? The answer is a resounding yes. In circulated condition, it already attracts collectors, but in uncirculated or proof state, its value soars. Current market prices range between $2,500 and $4,950 for standard uncirculated coins. Special proof coins and presentation set versions have been known to sell for $6,800 to $7,900. And when these coins appear in top-graded condition through professional certification, they can sell for as much as $9,800 or even more. But what about the maximum value in the future? History shows us that commemorative coins like this one never lose demand. The further we move away from 2002, the rarer pristine examples become. This means the value will only increase. In the coming years, it is entirely possible that high-quality coins could fetch $12,000 at auction. Imagine turning 50 cents into $1,000. That is the magic of numismatics. Some collectors wonder, should you keep this coin or not? The answer is absolutely yes. This is not just a collectible, it is an investment. Selling it now might bring you a few $100s, but holding on to it could multiply that value in the decades to come. Time is the greatest ally of rare coins. Should it be sealed? Without question. Sealing or professionally grading your coin will protect it from scratches, tarnish, and environmental damage. A sealed coin also inspires greater trust from buyers, which means you can command a higher price when the time comes to sell. The difference between an unsealed coin and a sealed coin can be hundreds of dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2002 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin is not just money. It is history, it is heritage, and it is treasure. It represents a royal milestone that millions of people celebrated across the world, and now, in your collection, it carries financial and sentimental power. Collectors all over the world want this coin. Demand is strong today, and it will be even stronger tomorrow. Each passing year makes the coin scarcer, and as scarcity grows, so too does its value. This is why it is one of the most desirable Australian commemoratives ever released. When you hold this coin, you hold a piece of Australia's connection to the Crown, a symbol of unity and history. That alone makes it priceless, but the market ensures it is also profitable. It is the perfect blend of historical story and monetary value. So, if you are fortunate enough to own this coin, guard it carefully. Keep it sealed, keep it safe, and keep it for the long term. Its maximum value has not yet been reached, and its true potential lies in the years ahead. At Old Coin Diaries, we remind you that every coin is more than just change. Every coin is a story, a piece of art, and an investment waiting to grow. The 2002 commemorative 50-cent coin proves this truth with every sale, every auction, and every collector's pursuit. Ladies and gentlemen, never underestimate the power of coins. The 2002 Jubilee 50-cent piece may look simple, but in reality, it is one of the greatest treasures you can find in your change. It is valuable now, it will be even more valuable in the future, and it belongs in the collection of every serious numismatist. Next up, the 2014 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin with no Mintmark, a coin that continues to fascinate collectors and investors alike. The year 2014 was not just another year in coinage. It marked the centenary of the beginning of World War I, one of the most significant events of the 20th century. To honour the sacrifices made and the legacy of those who served, the Royal Australian Mint released a special 50-cent commemorative coin. This coin became a symbol of remembrance, pride, and unity. On the obverse, the coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, an elegant and detailed design that remains iconic. But the reverse is where the coin's true story shines. The coin features a moving design inspired by the spirit of Anzac, with imagery connected to remembrance and commemoration of Australian service. Every detail of the design reflects the respect and honour given to those who served in the Great War and beyond. This coin was not created as just currency. It was created as a national tribute. That is why collectors treat it with such reverence. When a coin carries deep historical meaning, it transforms from everyday change into a keepsake of national memory. That alone makes it valuable, but its scarcity and demand add even more power to its worth. You may wonder, when and why was it made? The answer is simple. It was released in 2014 to coincide with the 100th anniversary of the start of World War I in 1914. The Royal Australian Mint wanted Australians to have a coin in their hands that would remind them of sacrifice, history, and resilience. This is why the 2014 commemorative 50-cent coin holds such a powerful place in Australian numismatics. Now let's talk about why it is so valuable. First, it is a commemorative coin with a powerful theme. Second, it was released in limited numbers compared to standard circulation coins. Third, its design makes it instantly recognizable and desirable among collectors. And lastly, it is a coin that connects to one of the most important global events in history, ensuring that demand will always remain high. Is it really that valuable? Absolutely yes. Even in circulated condition, collectors pay well above its face value. But in uncirculated or proof condition, this coin commands serious money. Today, standard uncirculated examples can fetch between $10,000 and $12,800, while special collector pieces and proof issues can sell for $13,000 or more. At auctions, pristine examples sealed and graded have achieved prices as high as $15,000, and the maximum potential continues to rise. Think about it this way. The further we move from 2014, the rarer untouched examples will become. History shows that commemorative coins tied to global events grow steadily in value over time. This is not just a coin for today, it is an investment for tomorrow. In years to come, we could see the 2014 commemorative 50-cent coin climb beyond $17,000 for top-quality examples. That is the power of demand combined with scarcity. For collectors who own this coin, the message is clear. Keep it. Do not let it go cheaply. Preserve it in protective cases, consider sealing or professional grading, and ensure it remains in the best possible condition. A coin like this is not just a collectible, it is a treasure that can transform into serious financial value. The beauty of this coin lies in the fact that it appeals to both coin collectors and history enthusiasts. People who may not normally collect coins are drawn to it because of its connection to the First World War centenary. That wide demand base ensures that its value will continue to rise as more people compete to own a piece of history. Ladies and gentlemen, when you hold the 2014 commemorative 50-cent coin, you are holding much more than money. You are holding a story of bravery, sacrifice, and remembrance. You are holding a piece of art that was designed to honor the past and inspire the future. And you are holding an investment that grows stronger with every passing year. Collectors around the world are already searching for this coin. Online marketplaces, auctions, and coin fairs continue to see strong demand, with buyers paying premium prices. The message is clear. People want it, and they are ready to pay for it. So, what is the maximum value you can sell it for right now? For uncirculated or proof coins, the maximum price in today's market can reach $19,000. But this is only the beginning. As time passes, and the coin becomes harder to find in perfect condition, the ceiling for its value is unlimited. A coin like this has no true limit, because its story is timeless. At Old Coin Diaries, we remind you that every coin tells a story, but some stories are powerful enough to change their value forever. The 2014 commemorative 50-cent coin is one such story. It will always remain a symbol of remembrance, and that eternal story ensures that it will always remain valuable. This is why you should keep it safe, keep it sealed, and let it mature in value. Selling too early means missing out on its full potential. Holding on to it means securing a treasure for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2014 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin with no mint mark is valuable, meaningful, and powerful. It is a coin you should never underestimate. Protect it, treasure it, and remember, it may very well be one of the most rewarding coins you will ever own. Thank you for joining me on this numismatic journey. If you enjoyed this story and want to uncover more hidden treasures, subscribe to Old Coin Diaries. Until next time, keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and always remember, your change could hold a fortune.